Man, I don't care what anybody has to say. Scream 7 was absolutely fire. I watched this entire franchise for the first time in my life over the span of 2 days just to go see this movie. This is going to be my full spoiler free review, but before we get into that, if you like daily film and TV content, be sure to hit that follow button. One thing that I did really enjoy about Scream 7 is that it does not shy away from the fact that Neve Campbell or Sidney did not appear in Scream 6 or in New York. It is brought up on multiple occasions why Sidney did not appear in New York in Scream 6. Obviously, we all know it's because Neve Campbell didn't get the bag that she wanted, but Scream 7 does not hide that whatsoever. It mentions that she wanted to move away to a quiet town and raise her family. That is until herself and her family are the targets of the new Ghostface killer. At the time I am making this video, Scream 7 has a 37% on the tomato meter, a 77% on the popcorn meter, and a 2.6 average rating on Letterboxd, and I just gotta say, everybody's tripping calling this the worst in the franchise. Personally, I think review bombing is extremely lame for people that don't follow the media and they just want to go look and find a good movie to watch, and they look up and see that this movie has a 37% on Rotten Tomatoes, which I get we should not always trust what those scores say, but some people do, and they're going to miss out on something that's a lot of fun. I understand that's what the goal of review bombing is, but I think it's extremely lame, and I just think that people need to quit being so miserable in their life. Scream 7 could be one of my favorites in the franchise, maybe even top 3. I think that a lot of things in this film are very well done, and this is definitely the most gruesome that we have ever seen Ghostface out of all 7 movies. I really enjoyed all of the kills. I enjoyed the plotline. I enjoyed the addition of the new characters as well as bringing back some of the legacy characters that we had in the previous films. There were multiple points during this film where I was sitting on the edge of my seat and I did not really know what was going to happen, because when those suspenseful moments happen and you don't know when Ghostface is going to attack, it is really well done. Now, while I did really enjoy the plotline in Scream 7, I gotta say I would have much rather preferred the original script that we would have happened, which would have followed Sam Carpenter following in her father's footsteps. I think that that would have been really cool. Will we still get that in the future? I don't know. If we do, I will happily be sat for that, because I think that that is a really sick concept and I really hope it does come to fruition. But Scream 7 script was still pretty good. Really, the only complaint I have with Scream 7 is the reveal of who Ghostface really was. And even that, it's really not that big of a complaint. I just wish that it was a little less predictable. And even that, it's not even really a complaint, because I still liked the buildup of why Ghostface turned into Ghostface. And I know that there's a lot of people out there hating on the aspect of AI being in this film, and while I believe AI has no place in the creative process and it should not be allowed in the creative process, I do think that this is just a part of life and the way that the modern society is going. We are going to see this more and more and more in the future. We just have to learn how to adapt to it. Scream 7 is still going to make a ton of money. I don't know if this franchise is going to go away or if we're going to get an 8th film. If we do, I'll happily be sat for it. I ended up giving Scream 7 a 4.5 out of 5 on Letterboxd. This is my 3rd favorite entry in the Scream franchise. I am so glad I binged this entire franchise for the first time in my life over the span of 2 days, and I'm honestly probably going to go rewatch this again. I'm curious to know, what were your thoughts on Scream 7, and do you plan on checking it out this weekend?